Okay, today and welcome to the day 15 of the April Daily Blog Challenge. I've been finding, I want to stick with Mondays as pagan theme, so today we're going to talk about Book of Shadows. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I am not good at keeping it. It's not a daily thing, it's not a weekly thing, I don't even know if I do it seasonally. Most of my stuff is actually on the computer, but there are a few things that I do put in a notebook because for me, the Book of Shadows represents it's something for reference, and it's also something to kind of reflect the spirit. So there's some things that I don't add because I've been at this for such a long time that, I don't need the 13 principles of Wiccan belief because I'm not really a Wiccan. I don't really need a book blessing, although you could add one. Usually people add it in the beginning of the book. So I was going to show just a few things, tips. You could consider it, some people call it a mirror book or like a shadow book or the Book of Shadows or just their magical journal. But basically the purpose is what I mentioned. It's to reflect your spiritual journey and to have as reference. So if you're like Christian or of another belief, you might want to keep a journal, and this could be, something that you can as a keepsake. Like say a couple years from now, you can look at your own spiritual book and it can reflect on things like those certain epiphanies that you might have or valuable lessons that you've learned, those sort of things. So I'm going to show you a few of the things like that are in my Book of Shadows. I actually have two. Now most of the stuff is actually on the computer and that's backed up to a USB drive, but there's a few things that I actually put in the book. So what I do is I love 3-ring binders because you can move your pages around. And a lot of people, I had somebody ask me the other day, like, do you have an index and what are things that I should put in there? There is no should with the Book of Shadows. These are personal. It's whatever you need. And now I use just a regular 3-ring binder, and then these are stickers. I thought they were really cool. They add little to the corners and to the center, and they're all metallic and stuff. And I thought that was really nice. And I'm not really tied into the whole thing to make it look ancient or like a grimoire. It has to look something different than your other stuff. So I use this, and then I just go ahead and just have like separator pages and things. And the sections, that I have is like I keep basically the goals and the wheel of the year. Like I have, see, I'm going opposite here. I have this printed out where it's just these are our holidays. Now this is my personal one. Basic structure for ritual. My own charge of the goddess. I didn't particularly like the original Charge of the Goddess, and even then, like this one, I don't, it's supposed to be said at certain rituals, but I don't really do that either. And then there's poems that I have run, and then I added a list of affirmations, like, all good things are coming to me today. I live with passion and purpose. I move beyond old limitations and allow myself to express freely and creatively. So I added those. There's actually more on the computer. And then I add just a few spells that, I wanted to work on. A few things. I have crystal cleansing, although I don't wash them or anything like that. Then there was I added things for making natural healing, but then I was thinking I have those again on the computer. So this is just the personal one, and it's not very extensive because most of that stuff's actually on the computer. Now this is another one. It's a bit thicker because this is for my meetup group. I use it as the reference and resource. It's like one of these Avery ones, and you can see I've added the same kind of silver stickers and stuff, and then I added scrapbook paper to it. So this one's a little bit more extensive. One of the things that I added here, these are little pockets. They're just an envelope. You just cut off the end and then you paste it on a sheet. That's all that is. So what I did was I made these little cards, and they're little prayer cards, and we use these in rituals. So if anybody wants to invoke the quarters, we have something already made. So these lay at the candles, and then anybody can come and say what they want. And then this was for the goddess invocation and the god invocation. I think no, it's not here. So I added those. And then I add a little prayer there. And then all this section here is rituals. These are all rituals that we've done in the past. And I put them in kind of backwards. So this is the one of the last rituals. The other ones I haven't printed out yet, but you can see it's quite extensive. And then I added another pocket to put whatever there. This is all about casting circle, and I put this in here in case anybody wants to read it. Like, this is actually open to anybody in the meetup group. That's one section. Then I thought this is funny because it's about spells. How to use the pendulum. This is a basic knot spell. And there was like song verses that I liked that had to do with pagans, like the Burning Times, Demeter's Daughter, Triple Goddess Chant. These are stories that I've added. It's called The Wolves Within and The Rainmaker's Apprentice. I forgot where that was from. It was stories that I shared in a ritual, so I put that in here. This is all about meditation. See, right now we're getting into more of the Mod Podge, not really organized sort of thing. All meditation, meditation, meditation. This is when I did a portable altar workshop for the group. A guided meditation. That's more. It's the Taoist meditation, candle making. This is all about honeycomb candles. That was a Book of Shadows workshop I did. And then there's study groups. And then these are all like handouts that I had and recipes. And then here, see, I have another envelope to put something in here. This one didn't print out, but this one had, I think I should probably move that up to the front to where I put my rituals. I still have to organize this. This is all basic stuff like the mood and correspondences. This is stuff, it was all about building a group. This was an article that the local paper, our local paper actually had an article on Wicca and was actually positive. I was kind of surprised. And then this is all like stuff like worksheets that I had handed out to the ritual. There's a few other things that I wanted to join in here. In fact, this little pocket thing here, it's empty right now, but I wanted to put stuff in there like a portable altar, so in case we ever do ritual out at a park or something like that, I would actually have it like everything in my book. Quirky. There's other ways you could do Books of Shadows too. In fact, one fun way to do it is as a scrapbook. You just basically use a scrapbook and you fill up your pages, and you could do all kinds of things. You can add little cards and envelopes and flip books and add photographs or whatever. In fact, that one I would like to add photographs to. You can have any sort of blank book you can do. This here, now this is like more of my Smash book that I made, and I did get some Smash stuff material. This I made, it's a composition book, and you can see like, I kind of screwed it up. You can see like the paper didn't quite match up. It's just a black and white composition book. I added scrapbook paper. These here I made with my Cuttlebug, and all it is, it's cardboard with duct tape put over it, and then I slide it through Cuttlebug, and it makes a more raised, thicker cutout. And then I did the same thing with the numbers, and I screwed these up so bad. I had all the numbers correctly, and I screwed it up 3 or 4 times. I swear I'm dyslexic. And you can see here at the back, and then here along the spine, that is duct tape. That's just a cranberry duct tape. And then with this, you can see here, I've added, a pocket, and then it has positive affirmations. It has my goals. You see, it can get really thick. It's also sticky because I've used a glue stick and stuff. But then I put little things, little quotes, little stickers in here. And I make my own stickers. If you get it with something called a Xyron, you can make your own stickers out of anything. If you like it sticky. But this one I cut this out of a magazine. I go through old magazines and you just cut out words that you might want to just paste in. It's like a scrapbook idea. Another thing that I did with this, and you could do this with your Book of Shadows, is if you see this page here, I have a circle cut. You could do this even with squares, and then you just paste them in there and use colors to indicate the sections. So this is like, and then you could write on it as a sort of a tab, or even have it stick out a little bit, and there you have it. You can make your own tab. So it's very simple to do. What else to add in here? I put my ideas in here too, like story ideas. I do sketches, like of some digital files that I want to make, because I do stuff on Zazzle.com. Then I do different colored pens. Don't read, because it's horrible handwriting. And what else did I do? Oh, and then the back, I had 2 envelopes. And you can see they're pasted in. And then I put these little things and stickers and put them in there. And so then here, you can also do things. Oh, I was gonna. Yeah, this was an idea of writing stories, but I put my ideas, and then you can add like I put like this, like it's a little journal. And you can just put a little quote there if you like, or where's that one page that I had? Oh, and something like this. This is still blank, but basically you would lift up the flap and you would write ideas down, or you can put pictures or whatever in there. And you can also see at the top it has a strip of ribbon that I glued on there, and that's why this is on there, because you know, like you can see the end of the ribbon, and it doesn't seem to want to stick, but it's still, you know, you could do something like this as a book of shadows or a journal. Some people keep track of their dreams. They can keep track of their meditations. Put your life lessons all together. So basically, that's all I wanted to cover for the Book of Shadows. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas of future videos that you want me to do, go ahead and leave in comments, and thanks for watching.